A very good morning, boys. The link is disturbed. So as I was telling, that chapter 5, children, women and sports, children and women and sports, we are going to start from today. The first topic, this is chapter 5. The first topic of this chapter is define motor development and what are the factors affecting motor development. Motor development, motor. Now motor here means the movement. Motor means not motor car. Motor means the movement. Now what is the motor development? Which thing controls our movement? The muscles and bones. So motor development is the development of our bones and muscles which help us in performing basic movements like walking, running, catching, jumping, throwing, sitting, standing. All these things are the basic movements which are very much essential in our day-to-day life. So motor here means the movement. Now if the question is asked, define motor development, you have to write only one sentence. Motor development is the development of child's bones and muscles to perform the movements like running, catching, jumping, throwing, hopping, standing, walking, etc. These movements are the part and parcels in our daily life. These movements we perform in our daily life every time. So these are the very essential movements. Now there are two types of motor development. There are two types of motor development. One is gross motor development and other is fine motor development. One is gross motor development and other is fine motor development. So what is gross motor development? Gross motor development, the movement like running, walking, jumping, throwing, in which our big muscles are associated. These are known as the gross motor development. As I told you earlier, motor means movement helped by the proper development of bones and muscles. There are two types of motor development. One is gross motor development, in which gross motor movement or gross motor movements are the movements in which the big muscles play a great role. Understood? Such as running, jumping, walking, throwing. They are the thigh muscles, calf muscles, bicep, triceps, abs. They play a great role. So these are the gross motor developments which we need in our day-to-day life every time. Gross motor development. And fine motor development or fine motor movement. Fine motor movements are the movements in which the fine and the small muscles are associated. In gross motor development, big muscles were helping to perform, and in fine motor development, the small muscles, they help to perform. So what are the fine motor development? Now fine motor development, suppose when we hold a pen or pencil or brush, टूथब्रश नहीं, पेंटिंग ब्रश, और जिस तरह से चलाते हैं हम लोग, तो उसमें छोटा छोटा मसल्स जो फिंगर में है वो हेल्प करते हैं. दिस आर द फाइन मोटर डेवलपमेंट. तो फाइन मोटर डेवलपमेंट is associated with the small muscles of our body. Example given: holding the painting brush, holding pen, pencils, throwing a basketball in the basket, the proportional movement, layup, shot. So these are the fine motor development. ठीक है? So this is today. After this, thank you so much.